to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Indianapolis Colts. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. Now Thompson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Hey, let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the...
Under pressure, and they got to him again. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Well, someone came to play today.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. We heard about it all week, didn't we? Especially when we visited practice. He thought he had a good matchup in front of him, and he's taking full advantage right now.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The Colts send out their punter, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Throwing to start the drive. Stroud. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, Stroud. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. Stroud. That's going to be caught by Fryer. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin him back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Here's Thompson. That is incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Thompson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd down, it's Robinson, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Here's Thompson from the gun on 3rd down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On the run, it's Robinson. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
They run. Robinson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd down now, it's Robinson. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
They go play action here on first down. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Offense tried to get a little slick there and sneak the back out of the backfield and turn him into the primary deep receiver. But it's good coverage defensively, and they were able to break it up.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Thompson sets up the screen to Robinson. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. We're scoreless after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Thompson. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Colts go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. Play action. Stroud. He finds his man. Complete. It's Harrison. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score. On 2nd down, it's Brown. And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 3rd down, Stroud. Pryor has it complete. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball. And
this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 48 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help a running game as well.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll run on 1st down. Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Thompson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now a give right side. Robinson. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now an option play on 2nd down. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Back to throw. Thompson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And now the Colts call on their field goal unit here. This from 42 yards out. And his kick is indeed good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So that one on target, and it adds to this first-half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Stroud escaping the pressure right. And he will slide down, but a penalty marker down as well. And it looks like this is going to be all for naught. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Running right, here's Brown. And he's got room. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
You call it, we all it, baby, man. It's good to see you. Hit it, Gus. Hit it.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He'll look underneath and finds Brown. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stroud. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call. But for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there. And it's 2nd down. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Looking to throw. Stroud. Letting one go deep for the end zone. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That's on the tackle, Braden Smith. they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Back to throw. Stroud. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Stroud. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
The Colts about to go on offense one final time in this first half, and they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission.
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game, as we'll send you cross-town to our studios here in Orlando and check in with the coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin this 3rd quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Going deep this time for Miller. And this one is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Stroud. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now a give, right side. It's Brown, and he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start by running the option to the right. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Again, it's Robinson. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Steps away to his left. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, we knew he was close to the line of scrimmage, and they say he stepped over.
Well, when you see him in that position, you think he's become a runner. As a DB, you start to react towards the line of scrimmage. They can often throw it over your head.
The Colts send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Stroud. And he's got his big tight end here. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On 1st and 10, Stroud.
Open man there is Fryer, complete.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 31-yard line.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down.
Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run up a bunch more plays.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Stroud. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long.
Under pressure, they got him again. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going up top for Miller. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Indianapolis offense ready to go again. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much, maybe a yard, and that's all. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
On first down, it's Robinson, and he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 70 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll run here with Robinson. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back live to Orlando. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the fourth. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that ones like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
And they'll try to run the option here.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
That's Darius Leonard, the linebacker who got in and got him to the turf.
If you want a lesson on how to defeat an offensive tackle, that was pretty textbook.
Is that a clip and save? That's what's going to go around the league, and people are going to watch that and say, my goodness, that's how you do it? And I feel awful for the offensive tackle, because we always talk about the athleticism of that guy who just beat him. Well, you have to be athletic to try and block that guy. Just in this case, the defense won.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55, but you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
Now a give right side. It's Brown, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down.
2nd and 8.
Back to throw. Stroud.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. To throw on 3rd down. Stroud. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. 59 yards. And the Eagles have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From the 6. And able to get this out to the 25. Indy set to go on offense once more.
They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
They start on the ground with Robinson here. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
94 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Darius Leonard able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A nice looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. He's been quiet all afternoon. He may have just come up with a play of the day right there, though.
Obviously, it's not the volume in what you get done. It's the quality, and that was a quality catch right there.
The clock still runs. We're at 90 seconds now. Back to throw. And this is incomplete.
The nice thing is that you've still got all your timeouts, so the middle of the field, that should still be an option, especially if you see the defenders pinching the sideline. You can run a little seam route right here and pick up some nice yardage.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. That escapes the sack. And that's complete to Brown. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Well, his completion percentage continues to rise with that one, but sometimes you want your completion percentage to go down. Maybe you should have thought about throwing that one away.
I was just going to say, it is easier said than done, but that's where you may be burying in his feet. Make sure he doesn't catch it.
Great call right there. Put it near the receiver, no grounding, nothing like that, but no one gets a chance to pick it off either.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So the Colts now down 14-10. At time, a huge factor. Needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. This is Robinson. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Clock rolling here, about to hit 30 seconds. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Back to throw. Pass complete to Robinson. And he'll have another first down as he gets out of bounds as well to stop the clock.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete, so no miracles here on the final play, and this ball game is over. Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the 4th quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
It will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the 4th quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.